I'm Kaliana, and I'm known by many as the Happy New Coach. And what I do is I help men and women, and also children, to face the challenges in life with more confidence and ease. That's my specialty. Because the thing is that we all face challenges in our lives, and it's next to impossible to change the challenge, but what you can do is change you and how you feel within that challenge. And my goal is to give you the tools and the power to live a life you love, to create a life you love, because this is your life. This is what you get. You might not like the cards you've been dealt, because we all have challenges in our life. They're in your person. Is there any, actually, let me see, is there anybody who does not have any challenges in their life? Okay, so see, that's how it works. We all have our mountains. We all have our challenges. But if you can have the tools and the ways to do it differently, then you can live a life that is rich and fulfilling. 15 years ago, I suffered from severe depression, the kind you can't get off the couch from, and you have to find someone to come take care of your kids. I had anxiety and anxiety attacks. My life was not the life it is today. What I want to share with you is the tools and the tips and the things that I use and I implemented in my own life that have dramatically made that difference, so I can say to you now at almost 52 years old, and I don't take any medications, I don't suffer from depression anymore, I don't have my anxiety attacks. Life has become something very different and something very joyful. And if I were to tell you about the challenges that we face in our lives, in our family, and our struggles, they would probably mirror some of the main challenges that you face in your family as well, and some of them actually might be much greater. So I want to tell you that even within those challenges, even within those struggles, you can actually find happiness. And that's what I want to help you do, is have the tool to feel the way you choose to feel within your life, not the way that life tends to make you feel. Would you like that? Okay. So let me ask you this. How many people would like to have more energy? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you would like to have more happiness in your life? And how many of you would like to have better health? Not only now, but 10 years from now. What if you could take your life down the road and you're actually healthier 10 years from now than you are now?
That'd be awesome.
Right? Okay, so and I'm speaking to you again as someone who's almost 52 years old. Remember, I have so much more energy and vitality and health and happiness in my life than I had 10 and 20 years ago. So tonight, you're going to walk away out of this room with 3 things. You're actually going to get them in this first hour. 3 things that are going to change your energy level, they can change your happiness level, and can change your health. And they're scientifically proven. So that makes it really nice. So that means that you can walk out of this room feeling differently than you feel right now. Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing that you also need to know, is that about 80% of you here in this room will be living a different life in 6 months because you do one thing differently than everybody else in the room. The one thing that you do differently is apply the things I'm getting ready to teach you. So it makes it that simple and that clear for you. So here's where I want to start. I want to talk to you about, I'm going to use a couple of sciencey words here for a minute. Just hang with me because it's really important that you understand this part, the science, so that everything else makes it really easy for you. So I grew up as the daughter of a scientist, a biologist who loved genetics. And actually, if you study genetics, anybody here take biology when you were in high school or college? Okay, so you were impacted by my dad. His specialty was developing the educational materials to teach science to kids in school. So that's what we did for fun on the weekends, with science projects. My mom was a nurse, and healing was a big deal to her. And so what happened is that I became someone who combined science and healing together to help you change your life. So there's this big word that you need to learn, and the first word is genetics. Most of you have actually heard that word, genetics. And then there's another word, epigenetics. How many of you know epigenetics? Okay, so a few people in the room. This is going to change your life, just the understanding of this concept. Because when you were born, what you believe is that you're born with your genetics, and so you're born with your life, and you're born with your predisposition to certain diseases, right? We even see this on the commercials, right? They're telling you this. I'm here to tell you, you might have predisposition to it, but you can change that. So let me explain the difference between your genetics and your epigenetics, because your epigenetics are the genes that you flip on and off like a light switch. So you can completely change the direction of your health. You can change the direction of your happiness. You can change the direction of your energy by flipping on and off these genes. And you're already doing it, and you've been doing it since the day you were born. You just didn't know you were doing it. So a lot of the choices you might have been making in your life were impacting you in ways that you had no clue. So the entire evening tonight, this first portion and the second portion when we come back, is going to be focused on helping you understand that, not the concept, but that the foods that you're eating and the things that are happening in your life and how you're flipping these things on and off so that you have the power of choice. It's not that we're never going to make bad choices. It's that at least we know we're making them when we make them, right? Because life is about fun, and there's a balance between the things that we do in life that are fun and for our joy and the things that we do in life that are for our health and happiness. And you need both of those things to be fulfilled. So, the difference between genetics and epigenetics. So your genetics are what you're born with. And we're going to relate that to your hair color and your eye color and a computer. So you go out and you buy your computer, right? You've now got your computer. Your epigenetics is your software. So you have your computer. You decide what programs you want to load on that computer. You can upgrade that software, right? If you have problems, the problems are typically with the software. So this is you and your body and your life. So you have your genetics that you're born with, and you have your epigenetics that you're flipping on and off. And your epigenetics are the things that impact your odds of disease, your happiness, your energy levels. So those are the ones you want to know how you flip them on, right? Does anybody want to know how you flip these things on? And would you like to know how you can flip them off? Okay, so there's 3 ways. This is, again, all science. This is the daughter of a scientist. You have to remember, to me, that's a really critical piece. So it's not just like, John's study. This is stuff that we know scientifically is true. So there's 3 specific ways that you flip on and off these epigenetics.